The tension in the room was palpable, an invisible web spun from years of frustration and unspoken words. Daniel had always been the model employee, but tonight his emotions erupted like a volcano, spewing out feelings he had buried deep within his soul. The slap of the office door echoed like a gunshot, leaving an aftershock that reverberated through the sterile hallway, heralding a climactic confrontation. Victoria's icy demeanor seemed to thaw for a split second, revealing a vulnerability concealed beneath layers of corporate armor. The contrast between her usual unyielding poise and the flicker of hurt in her eyes struck Daniel like a thunderbolt. For so long, he had regarded her as an immovable force, but now he saw her as human, complex, flawed, and perhaps even wounded. The electric charge in the air hung heavy as Victoria's hands clenched tighter, visibly battling the conflict within. She was a woman accustomed to commanding power, and the sight of her struggle with emotion was fascinating and terrifying. With a voice barely above a whisper, she told Daniel he had no idea what she cared about, but deep down he sensed that the revelation was bubbling just beneath the surface. In that moment, they were no longer just boss and employee. They were two flawed individuals caught in a web of misunderstanding and unacknowledged feelings. The weight of their shared history pressed down on them, and for the first time, the facade of professionalism began to crack. Daniel felt a surge of defiance and vulnerability mingling in his chest. Victoria took an unexpected step forward, her determination replacing hesitation. She closed the distance between them, eyes aflame with something Daniel didn't dare to label. In one swift motion, she grasped the front of his shirt, pulling him toward her with a wild urgency. The world outside faded into silence as their breaths intertwined. And then it happened. Her lips met his, a collision of tension and release, surprise and longing. Everything they had shared, the arguments, the late nights, the frustration, culminated in that single electric moment. It was both a culmination and a new beginning, a kiss that shattered barriers and reshaped the landscape of their relationship. As they parted, breathless and bewildered, the world outside resumed its course, unaware of the seismic shift that had just occurred in that office. What lay ahead for Daniel and Victoria remained uncertain, but one truth emerged bright through the confusion. Sometimes, beneath the professional veneer, feelings can grow in unexpected, explosive ways.